right, welcome to the best football show. Week 11 in the books. This is the best football show. I'm Brian Baldinger at Baldy NFL and all the social media platforms you can find me. Just posted a lot of videos about the Monday night game. Also, you can download this Odyssey app right here, wherever you get your apps, and you can like it, subscribe to it, and tell all your friends about it. We're trying to grow this audience. But anyways, let's get to, because week 11 is now in the books. Miami goes out to Los Angeles. They keep the Rams without a touchdown. It was an impressive defensive performance. And really, that's where it starts. And, you know, if you just watch the Dolphins play, like their defensive line is talented, all right, especially inside. When you look at Calais Campbell, I don't know what he's eating for breakfast, but that guy, I think he's 38 or 39. This is the best Calais Campbell has played in a long time. Next to Zach Sealer, along with Deshaun Hand. You know, they are talented inside, and they're big. They're big. They're hard to move. Calais got his big paw up on one ball, tipped, you know, by Matt Stafford. It was intercepted by Andrew Walker last night. He had a sack. They had a sack fumble. Sealer had a couple tackle for losses. And the funny thing was the Rams got back to their starting offensive line with Jonah Jackson in at center and Steve Avila at left guard. And you thought, okay, here comes Kyron Williams. Here comes pass protection. You know, let's get the ball to Puka and to Cooper Kupp. Not at all. Like, they thwarted the Rams all night, held them to 4 field goals. They were never really in the game. And you got to credit the Rams defense, Javon Holland, Jalen Ramsey, Kader Kohu, you name it. Jordan Brooks. Like, they played. Chop Robinson got himself a second sack last night. The rookie out of Penn State. Let's credit. Now, look, the Dolphins come back on a cross-country flight. They've got 3 wins. Tyreek Hill got his first touchdown pass since week 1. Jalen Waddle caught a couple of big passes. They took the opening drive down for a touchdown. 5 plays, 70 yards. And that was really all they got. They didn't get a whole lot more besides that. The Rams did a good job really shutting down Devon Achane in the running game, Jalen Wright. They didn't really do a lot. Opening drive was pretty impressive. But they got their 3rd win. They're not out of it. Obviously, the Jets stink. You know, the Patriots stink. You look at their schedule. They've got some wins on that schedule. Can they get back into it at, 3-6 right now? Maybe. Tua's just played 3 games in a row. He's played pretty well. Had to hold the ball quite a bit last night, more than he's used to, the Rams defense. But, you know, it wasn't a really exciting game, but you thought maybe the Rams get back into the NFC West, and it's just not going to be the case. Not yet, anyways. So I'm sure Sean McVay is frustrated because they're at nearly full strength right now, and they at home against a struggling Dolphin team, and they couldn't put them away. So Matt Stafford's 38 years old. These quarterbacks, 38. Let's get to another older quarterback. Joe Flacco was awful, against the Buffalo Bills at home. Terrible. Opening pass of the game is intercepted by Taron Johnson, returned for a touchdown. They throw a second interception on the next series. It leads to a field goal. I mean, they're down 10-0. And so you look at the Colts and you go, okay, what is Shane Steichen supposed to do? Because Anthony Richardson was playing terrible and tapped himself out when Joe Flacco had played pretty good. But now the Colts have lost 3 in a row. And Joe Flacco, in his last 2 starts now, has thrown 4 interceptions and fumbled. And if you look at combined, Richardson and Flacco, they've thrown combined 13 touchdown passes with 12 interceptions and 5 lost fumbles. Like, the defense has played pretty well. They're pretty good. They're a pretty good group. EJ Speed, Zaire Franklin, Kenny Moore, good layer, defensive line, pretty good. Nick Cross gets, 12 tackles the other day. Playing Jalen Jones, are playing pretty good all the way around. They just can't overcome, the pick six, the turnovers, the fumbles. They're not good enough to overcome it defensively. And so what are they supposed to do? The season is vastly, quickly slipping away. They thought maybe Flacco was the answer. So what is the answer? I don't know, because you can't keep turning the ball over at the rate that they are. 17 turnovers from just the quarterback position. Jonathan Taylor has a great game running for the Colts. His longest run of the year, 58 yards. It doesn't go anywhere. Leads to another turnover. So they're in a tough spot right now. Meanwhile, Buffalo just keeps rolling. And if you look at Buffalo, we could get to the offense because Josh Allen did play great. But Taron Johnson is a great player. He gets the pick six to start the game, first play of the game. Buffalo's up 7-0. The guy gets his hands on another ball. Like literally, I thought he was going to get a second pick six. He literally caught the ball, started running, and dropped it before it was officially an interception. You watch him just in the run game and how receivers can't get to him to block him. Like he, to me, is the playmaker that makes that defense go. When he's now, Matt Milano's going to get back, and that's going to help because he's got great speed. Terrell Bernard's a great player. But if they get Matt Milano back and keep Taron Johnson healthy, like this Buffalo defense is going to be a problem in the postseason. Because Rousseau's having a good season, gets a sack fumble the other day. Von Miller is making some plays. It's not showing up in the stat sheet, but there's a role for Von. Buffalo is rolling right now. Let's get to the team that thumped the Jets. And in light of the Rams' loss, and that's the Arizona Cardinals, because it's often said, it's not just from me, but other analysts, fans will say this. Most games in this league are lost. That means, and not won. That means most games you lose because you beat yourself. The turnovers, the fumbles, the penalties, the bad execution, the missed assignments. Those are things that get teams beat, and that's how most games are lost. The Arizona Cardinals are not guilty of those things right now, and one of the reasons why they're 6-4 and in first place in the NFC West. And you have to take them serious. You just do. Kyler Murray missed 2 throws the whole day the other day, and one was a drop. And then he ran for 2 touchdowns. One on a quarterback keeper, where the Jets look like they've never seen a quarterback keeper before. But regardless, he's not running a lot because that's James Conner's job. Trey Benson, the rookie out of Florida State, who doesn't want a 230-pound running back that runs in the 4.4s? Well, Trey Benson does, and he's a load. And now you get 2 225-plus running backs in James Conner and Trey Benson behind an offense line that literally runs 6 different running plays: toss, crack, power, G lead, inside zone, outside zone. It's a pretty simple formula, but they're playing. Kelvin Beacham's the 3rd right tackle. They've got a journeyman backup right guard, Tristan Colon. All right. They've got Paris Johnson in his 2nd year at left tackle, 1st year at left tackle. Evan Brown, free agent pickup. Froholt at center. A castaway from Cleveland. And they've molded that group together. They're one of the top 10 offense lines in the league right now. And they can run the football. Marvin Harrison, you talk to people in Arizona, they're like, boy, they don't even they forget about Marvin Harrison. They go games without even throwing to him. Well, he's got 6 touchdown catches right now. He's going to probably get double-digit touchdown catches. So he had a good game against the Jets. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I like Arizona. I like the way they're playing. I like Budda Baker is a Pro Bowl safety. The young corners, Starling Thomas, Garrett Williams, Max Melton, all of them playing really good football. And they don't have great pass rushers. They go out and get, one from the Denver Broncos. But honestly, they scheme their pressure. They make you hold the ball with their coverage, and they're affecting the quarterback. I'm not ruling the Arizona Cardinals out at all. Let's get to the Steelers. The Steelers at the trade deadline make 2 moves. Let's give credit to Omar Khan, the GM, and Andy Weidel, the pro personnel director. They go out and get Michael Williams from the New York Jets. Mike Williams, in 8 weeks with the Jets, 9 weeks with the Jets, didn't catch a touchdown pass. He is traded on Tuesday, and Sunday afternoon in Washington, he catches the game winner on a go ball from Russell Wilson. Preston Smith, who started his career with the Washington Redskins Commanders, went to Green Bay, comes to Pittsburgh. He's in Pittsburgh, tackle for a loss, gets a sack. Like, he's already contributed. Pittsburgh is healthy. They play host to the Baltimore Ravens. They're 8-2, or 7-2, excuse me. The Ravens are 7-3. I'm just telling you, we're going to talk about this game on Thursday and Friday this week. It's the marquee matchup of the weekend. But when you look at Pittsburgh right now, they got Zach Frazier, the starting center back, the rookie out of West Virginia. Mason McCormick, a rookie, starting at right guard, playing great. Broderick Jones healthy. Fontenot, look, he's lost for the year. But Isaac Seumalo back healthy at left guard. Dan Connor playing great at left tackle. They've got Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren is healthy. Cordero Patterson is healthy. This is a healthy Steeler team. And the move that they made a month ago to insert Russell Wilson at quarterback was absolutely the right move. And all Russell Wilson's doing is looking like Russell Wilson circa 2019. Looks like he's found the fountain of youth. People aren't saying that he's fat or slow right now, like they once said in Denver. He's playing good football. He's getting the ball to his wide receivers. George Pickens looks like a star. Catching another touchdown pass. Great play against Washington last week. The Steelers look like, and everybody knows what the playoff record of Mike Tomlin is. It's not good over the last, whatever. They've got a playoff win in who knows how many years right now. But this looks like a year where they could do that. This is a team that looks well built to be able to run it and pound you, to be able to play action pass and throw it, or to take your deep shots now to two big guys on the edge in Mike Williams and George Pickens. Like, I'm pretty excited about what the Steelers can bring. And then, looking, they made a change at offense coordinator. Arthur Jones is the play caller, and suddenly with the quarterback in place and with everybody healthy and a rebuilt, pretty good offensive line. Like, for example, a lot of teams can't gain a yard when they have to gain a yard. Last week on the goal line, at the 1 yard line, they ran G power. Okay, they ran an overload, unbalanced line. They took Broderick Jones, the right tackle, played him next to Dan Moore at left tackle. They went unbalanced and they ran G power with pulling Mason McCormick, and Najee Harris goes for the touchdown. In the fourth quarter, it's 4th and 1 at their own 44-yard line. What they do? Same formation, same play, same results. This time, they ran unbalanced. They ran unbalanced left. Here comes Broderick Jones at next to Dan Moore. Here's Connor Hayward in the offset fullback position. The big tight end Darnell Washington, and they ran G power. And Mason McCormick came and lit up the hole, and here comes Jaylen Warren for 4 yards. Like, they can run it in short yards. They can run it in goal line. They do it with power. The Steelers, I can't predict what's going to happen on Sunday. We'll get to that game and trying to defend Lamar, and can the secondary get fixed? We'll get to that later in the week. But that's been the best football show. A lot more to get to. I got 5 more games from this week 10 to study today, so I'll have a lot more to get to tomorrow as we start getting into Thursday and Friday this week. A lot more football to talk. Thanks for joining me here on the Best Football Show. I'm Brian Baldinger. Look forward to joining you tomorrow.